Hey, good morning there. This is Clint Baker from Hillbilly Hippie Honeybees. I've got a few minutes in between my appointments that I have today. I took off today for a couple appointments that I have, and I was going to do some beekeeping in between the appointments and maybe before the appointment and after. But guess what? We're under a heat advisory, and I don't plan on getting out and doing any of that today. But it did make me think about something, and I was sitting down here at one of my most favorite places to come to when I just need to think, and it's at one of our lakes here. You've seen it before on our channel, Riding Our Lake in Nitro, West Virginia. It's just so peaceful. I mean, we've even got osprey here that fish. There's a nest of them just literally probably as the crow flies 100 yards away right over there. And just come out here, think, and people are out here fishing, and it's just very calming and relaxing. But anyway, what I was thinking about is why do I beekeep? Why do we beekeep? Do I really want to continue to beekeep? Is it worth it? What's all this about, right? And so I know that there's a lot of, especially new beekeepers, that go through this, right? They go through this thought process quite often, and it's normal. It's normal. It's like anything else. It's normal to start getting frustrated. My brother read a thing one time where out of, like, if 4 new beekeepers start this year, and by the end of I believe it was the 3rd year, only one of those beekeepers would be left. And, it's saddening, right? Because, we want people to beekeep. We don't have enough beekeepers out there. But it got me thinking, why do people get discouraged? Why do they not want to beekeep anymore? Maybe it's because they have to leave the area or whatever and sell their stuff. That could be that. There's a lot of different reasons. But I think a lot of it is we don't do our research right off the bat. And as a new beekeeper, we always tell people when they say, oh, I'd like to start keeping bees. Well, get you a good mentor. And I'm not saying somebody who's a bee haver, but somebody who is a good beekeeper, somebody who knows their stuff, somebody who's continuing to learn. And probably they need a mentor as well, because even though we've been doing this as long as we have, I'm learning every day. All right, I try to learn something about beekeeping every day. And but get a good mentor. Get learning. Get some books. Start reading. Get on YouTube. Find some of those good beekeepers that are on YouTube that are good instructors. We have our channel. We do the best we know how. There's folks out there that are really good on there. We love watching Bob Benny, as everybody knows. We love watching the Dirt Rooster and Mr. Ed and Cayman Reynolds and Mike Berry and Jason Christman and let's see, who else? There's just many others out there, right, that I'm thinking that we love to watch and listen to. Not everybody that's on YouTube is a beekeeper, even though they claim to be. And a lot of times you can tell just by what they are saying. But find a good association, like your local beekeeping association. Make sure that they are, a good, reputable association. And those 3 things right there will help. Do that in the first year. But a lot of the times, I think the reason why we get so aggravated and discouraged as new beekeepers is because we didn't do all that to begin with. And then what do? We usually buy our bees in the spring, and we get our hive set up in the spring. And that's usually the fun time. I love to beekeep during the spring. But as the season goes on, that's really the middle of the beekeeping season. The beekeeping season doesn't start until about now. This is July and August and September and October, because now, even though before we've been swarm controlling and things of that nature, now we're into pulling honey, which that's not one of my favorite things to do. We are in the middle of varroa mite checks. We are in the middle of a hot season. Like I said, we're under a heat advisory here today. We have to get out and trim the weeds around our beehives. We have to get out there and make sure things are starting to get ready for the winter. Some areas like us around here, we're kind of in a dearth right now, and we're getting ready to hit our last, well, actually I've seen it here and there, last good flow, and that's going to be our goldenrod, aster, and those types of things. But we got to make sure our bees are ready for the winter, and mite count loads have to be, below 3%. We have to, like we're getting ready to have to move one of our bee yards because where we have it located at, they're putting their farm on the market, and we're going to have to move it. Thankfully, we already have a few ready to go and lined out. But guess what? We have to do that at night. So we have to go in at night, move them at night, and that's not fun. They're heavy. It's like, why am I doing this, right? We do it because we love it. It's been passed down to us generation after generation after generation, and we love doing it. We like doing it as a family. Me and my brother and Jason. Jason's our adopted hippie brother. We love him to death. But we enjoy doing it. We enjoy teaching people. That's why we started this channel. And if this helps you, please like and subscribe to our channel. We like to do all those things. But ask yourself, sit down and make some notes if you're starting to get discouraged about beekeeping and like, why am I doing it? Make some notes and think about, why did you start? Did you start because you wanted to be known for beekeeping? Did you start because you wanted to help the environment? Maybe you just wanted honey for yourself. And we start out with 1 or 2 hives, and we see really quickly that bees grow quickly. And whether you started out as a hobbyist and now you're a sideliner and now you're starting to get overwhelmed, went from, maybe you're thinking we went from 2 hives and now we got 200 hives, right? And it's very overwhelming at that point. And maybe you need to step back. Maybe you need to take this opportunity to make some money off some bees, sell some of your bees, regroup, and see what you want to do from there. But again, we don't want you to be discouraged. We don't want you to quit. A lot of times you can find maybe a local beekeeper, or maybe it's your mentor or someone in the association that you are with. Maybe you have found somebody that will come in and help you through this difficult time. But rethink why you're doing it. Rethink the reasons why you want to continue doing it, or even why you want to quit. All right. Don't want people to quit, but you may have a good reason on why you need to quit. And so, again, find somebody. If you're wanting to get rid of all your bees, find somebody who you trust to take care of all those bees. Maybe you can work out a deal with them that, hey, I just need a year break, and then I'll pay you for taking care of them this year or whatever. I don't know. I'm just throwing spaghetti at the wall to see if it sticks. But again, just think about those things why you started. Take those notes, write them down. Think about why you are wanting to quit. Is it a good reason, or are you just burn out, right? Maybe you just need a break. And so I would just encourage that. I would encourage that you go and maybe get back involved in your association meetings. Maybe you go hang out with a buddy that is a beekeeper and just enjoy helping him in his yard. Sometimes that helps me, is just going and helping or stepping back or whatever and all that thing. Maybe teach a class, grab some kids, teach a class. That sometimes really gets me encouraged again, is to see the young kids out there that are wanting to learn about beekeeping and how they are for our environment and all the ins and outs of all that, right? But again, I hope this kind of helps you and re-encourages you and to get going again and get back into things again. We here in West Virginia, we just try to push forward. But again, if you if you have any questions, on maybe something that's stumping you, leave some comments below. I hope this helps you for today. Maybe it was a something that you needed to hear. I know that I was thinking about it, so hopefully that was something that was helping. But again, stick with it. Try to regroup. If that doesn't work, then you tried, right? You tried to do what you needed to do. Me and my brother and Jason are always trying to do things to make it interesting for us. I think sometimes that helps the three of us because, we can lift each other up and all that. And maybe that's something you need. Maybe you need somebody to help you. Maybe you need a partner in what you're doing. Because it is a lot of work and it is demanding, right? Especially if you're not retired or this is just a second income or, whatever it may be. Because, just like me and my brother, he's out on the road a lot. I work 40, 50 hours a week for a manufacturing company. And, by the time we get home, we're hot and tired. And it does feel discouraging, right? But we got to think of our long-term goals. And our long-term goals is to have our business to a certain point by the time we retire. And so that's our long-term goals. And then, that's coming up soon. And, within 5 years for me. And so just think about those things. Think about your long-term goals. It's always good to have your goals written down anyway. And what are your short-term goals? And so forth and so on. So anyway, I got to get going. Got to get to my next appointment. But I just thought I'd share that with you today. And hopefully it'll help somebody. And again, if it does, please like and subscribe to our channel. If it doesn't help you and you don't like the content we put up, then let us know too. So anyway, if you got any questions or topics that you want us to go over, please put those in the comments below as well. And we'll do our best to answer those questions. And if we can't, we'll get some of the folks that we know to answer those questions for you. Because, again, no matter how long you do this thing, you're still learning and you're still trying to understand what the beekeeping industry is all about. So, but hey, may God bless you and continue to keep you raised up. And just know that we're praying for you and we love you. And thank you for coming and enjoying this little talk with us today. And y'all come back. All right.